Okay, so.
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever been to other planets when you astral project?
The moon.
Anything up there?
I think there's a lot of things up there. I've never experienced anything though.
Okay, so what exactly are you like physically, not physically, but like your eyeballs, let's say?
Yeah,
flash?
and Venus. Venus is one I've always
You've been
gone
to Venus?
Yes.
How are there's creatures there?
Yeah, so Venus in astrology and in planets is considered the planet of love.
Uh-huh.
So in my astrology and my like birth charts and all this stuff, I'm from Venus.
Okay.
So it's the angelic realm. It's full of angels. It's like pink and it's
Dude,
light.
you're definitely an angel. You're not of
Thank you.
this world,
Thank
for sure.
you. I love it there. I love it there. I went maybe like 2 years ago. I don't think I just remembered that actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great there.
What do the creatures look like?
They look like fairies. They look like angels.
Really?
And the thing, whenever I interact with these beings and ghosts or spirits, whatever you want to call it, they're always translucent.
See-through.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is how, I mean, we would be anywhere else but Earth.
I've seen a ghost.
Have you?
I've interacted with a ghost when I was 13 years old.
Who was it?
I'm not sure. I was scared to look at his face.
Okay.
He appeared. It was definitely a gentleman with a long beard. He appeared right in front of me, and he gave me his hand. And then I didn't know what to do, so I gave him my hand. And when I said hello, my hand went through his.
Wow.
And I almost had a heart attack because I was like, "Whoa, what just happened?" And he disappeared with a blinking of an eye.
Wow.
That's why when I tell people ghosts are real in this day and age, they think I'm a little crazy. I'm like, no, bro. I used to think that
yeah.
until you see your first ghost.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've seen ghosts my entire life.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you never terrified of them?
No, I would say sometimes when they would stand behind me, it would just startle me more than anything, but never scary.
Do they stick around long for you?
My grandfather's always around me, like some spirits around me, yes.
In your opinion, why are they here? I'm like, are they not yet into the other realm, or are they visiting, or is it just like a frequency?
It can be both. Some people don't cross over for years or decades, whatever it may be. And
Do you
a
know
lot
why?
of people, like your future kids, like your grandparents, they just hang around to watch you. So they can still exist in like other lifetimes and still be here around you in spirit. So my grandfather's always around me.
Interesting. So do you believe in guardian angels?
Yes.
You have one?
Spirit
Do
guides.
we all have?
Yes, we have so many. Yes.
We have so many.
So many. Everybody has, you can have more or less, but everybody has so many.
Huh.
You can channel them. There's like 7 basic ones basically.
Right.
And one of them is like a prostitute. It's kind of like you're
Really?
make it or break it. Like you do what you got to do in life. So we channel.
Metaphorically?
Yeah. So we like channel some of them more than others at different times in our life that they think we need them more.
Damn, I did not think this conversation
Yeah,
would go sick.
two of mine actually. So here's a big thing. I've worked a lot of like my ancestry work, like in my family, kind of like. So my mom had a miscarriage before I was born.
Right.
And so in my family line, I'm actually the youngest. I'm an only child, but I'm technically the youngest of 3 because my mom had this miscarriage. My dad did too. His girlfriend did. And so both of their kids, both my siblings, are my 2 most prevalent spirit guides.
Wow.
So I've got to talk to them. I talk to them all the time. One of them's a male. His name's Elijah, and one of them's named Freya. And she's a female, and she's like a fairy, and she's my magic in the world.
Can you teach me?
I can, yes. I
Teach
can
me how to
recommend you to people. I have this like amazing therapist who like works on all this stuff. She's like a psychic medium.
And this person helped you to achieve this, or you already were born with this?
I naturally had it. She just helped me learn how to connect more and told me about it. Like she can just see it and be like, hey, like this is who's talking to you. Like she can just talk to them and just
Teach me something.
help you.
As fast as you can.
Okay, you can ask your spirit guides to show up. Like, hey, like,
Ooh, that's scary.
like what, just, you have to tell them to intervene. Just be like, hey, like, I want you to intervene and help me in my life. So you can ask for a sign. Like, hey, you have a decision coming up. Like, ask for something. Just be like, if I should move to Tokyo, show me like a pink car or like show me like something. You have to give them a 3-day timeline.
Why?
It can
It's a magical number?
Yeah, it's just you gotta give them time. Or you can just ask for like a word even, like whatever it may be. It will
Right.
always show up for you
Right.
if it's meant to be.
Now I'm going to ask you a question that I've read many books, and they always
Okay.
ask, do you think the universe is friendly?
Yes,
You
this is
do
your
believe-
best friend. You are the universe.
You are the universe?
Yes.
How do you feel about God? You also feel like you are God?
Yes, I think God is a loose term. I think what people mean by God is higher power. And what
Okay.
people mean by the universe is higher power. What people mean by spirits and angels is always a higher power.
Okay.
I think that higher power is you and within you.
Okay. Okay, explain this to me. There's a lot of books I read, and I feel like I keep coming down to this conclusion. Reincarnation.
Yes. Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, yes.
I think it's a fucked up concept.
I think it's amazing.
I don't want to. What if you? Okay, I came down to this conclusion in pharmacy school. I'll never forget, because I remember I wanted to kill myself. I'm like, yo, I'm so sick of this. This is nonsense. And then I thought for myself, I'm like, wait a minute, I'll just restart the cycle. What's the point?
Yeah.
My question is, how do you get out of the cycle?
You don't.
Ever?
Your soul will never die, but you can get out of coming to Earth.
Yes. How do
Yes. When you die, you can just choose not to come back. It's
I heard
as
you have no
simple as
choice
that.
sometimes.
Earth?
If you look into the light. You heard that? Don't look into the light.
I have never heard that. I think souls always have a choice. I think everybody has to come to Earth. They believe Earth is the newest planet and like the hardest planet and the only planet that you come to and forget everything you've ever known.
Yes. Yes.
So I think it's the most challenging, but it's the best for growth. So you want to really evolve fast, people come here.
Okay, let's say if you die, do you know anything about reincarnation? Like, where do we go
Oh
after?
yes, I know about all my past lives.
How do you know about all your past lives? Because
You can get readers done. You can do it yourself. There's this lady in Chinatown who does past life regressions. You can actually go into your past life yourself with somebody.
And what were you before?
I've been many things. I was a witch twice, a really good witch.
Witchcraft is real?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Isn't it sometimes messed up? Because don't they put love potions and stuff?
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that.
I think it's very much a hit or miss. I was a good witch. I will say that. She told me that I was good in all my lives. I've been men many times. I've been animals many times.
Really?
I've been fairies. I've been in wars. Yeah.
Really?
You should get a reading done. I'll recommend you to somebody.
Yeah, but like sometimes I'm scared. I don't want to be reincarnated in something I don't want to.
Oh, it's always a choice.
There's always a choice.
There's always a choice.
So I picked this.
Yeah, you may not know it right now, but yeah.
Wow.
It's very freeing in a way. It's kind of like, because I feel like there's so many things I want to do in this lifetime. It's like I may not have time to, but maybe next time I will.
Do you know anything about DMT?
Yes.
Okay, what do you know about DMT?
I can't say much. I've never dabbled in it, let's say. What about you?
I know things about it.
Okay.
They call it what the God molecule, and it's secreted when you're about to die,
Okay, yeah.
and you get to see certain things.
Some people have that gift that comes to them at that time. But yeah, I think when you die, you're a spirit. Have you ever heard about people like dying, coming back, like
Yeah.
near-death experiences?
Yeah.
So my dad had one of those. I've had one of those. My mom's had one of those. They say it's the fastest way to enlightenment, basically.
Yeah.
And he's worked with this. There's this doctor in Virginia who works on it all the time. But everybody who's had one always has the same story about it too.
Right.
Which is amazing. You should watch it. It's on Netflix. I
No,
have
okay. So
one.
my question is, why do these people, when they die and then they come back, why do they all have a positive message?
Yeah.
That I'll give them, but it's always Jesus or Muhammad or this.
Yeah.
I'm like, but why does it always have to be like divine figure? I'm like, you can't just. And they all say like, oh, Jesus saved my life. This one says, no, Moses saved my life. I'm like, okay, how many prophets are there when you die? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's supposed to be like a universal structure telling you to do better. That's all. It doesn't have to be. But what I'm thinking is that's what they associate with the right path.
Yes, so I say this, I think you go where you believe you go.
Exactly.
I believe that. I believe in the universe. I think I'll meet like my family in the universe when I die.
Right.
I don't think there's a hell per se. I think there's a judgment zone. But
You think
yeah,
so?
I do. They consider this the gray planet. It's called the
Whoa.
judgment zone. So
This is the great planet?
No. There's another planet. It's not in our solar system, let's say.
Oh.
But you go there if you've been bad in this lifetime.
Okay. Teach me some more stuff about outer space. I am so in love with outer space. I want to see what's out there. I just can never
You will one day, or you could right now if you learn how to astro.
project. Yeah.
There's a lot. All the planets are something different. Like I'm from Venus. My mom's from Venus. The moon's actually considered a planet in this one. Mars is like the planet of war.
Why?
I don't know why, honestly. It's just considered that. So a lot of people who come from there are very much like
War.
maybe like military in this life, like very just like
Oh.
aggressive. Like they have just like this way to them, and this is very much tied into astrology too in this way.
So explain to me, how could you be born in Mars and then you're saying you're reincarnated on Earth or something?
Yeah, so it's the whole universe. You can just be from a different place.
At the previous life.
Yeah. So it's kind of like I'm from Venus, and that's a realm. It's like the angelic realm. So every planet kind of has its realm to it when you're in this solar system.
Right.
And Earth, not so much in that way because it's so new. But yeah, it's kind of like being born like one country. It's just like you're from that country, but you can go around to other places in that way.
What about Jupiter? You been there?
No.
Any kind of like reputation?
Yes, I can't remember. I can get back to you on that though.
I would love for you to
Yeah.
get back to talk to
It's
me about
really
that.
easy just to look up and learn. Yeah.
Okay, what's the craziest